You can pave the way to financial freedom. If you're good at handling your finances, well, then I think this should be the company for you guys. I've heard a lot of people saying that, online job that pays so less than when you're in the call center industry. And I don't think so, girl. So there.
And for today, I'm super excited to introduce to you one of the prettiest cyberbackers that we have. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I'm ready.
And where is Mavin located?
I'm from Cebu.
From Cebu.
Yes.
Given the pretty face that you have, you represent Cebu well.
Cebu represent, yes.
Okay. Now, how do we greet our friends in Cebu?
You say maayong buntag.
Maayong buntag. Good morning and happy weekend. All right. Let me start this session by asking you, how long have you been with Cyberbacker?
I've been with Cyberbacker for a year now, a year and a few months. Yay!
Happy work anniversary.
Yeah, so I started 2019.
2019.
Yes,
Okay, so way before the pandemic happened,
that's
you're
right.
already a Cyberbacker. So let me also ask, prior to joining Cyberbacker, have you had any online job?
I've tried being an online teacher, and so far it's so exhausting. You keep on talking for like an hour or so, and then it's not just regular talking because my students were mostly kids. So you have to be repeating yourself over and over again, and I feel like this is not the job for me.
And the gestures, right?
Right. You have to be a clown in front of them. And
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing a bit of your experiences as an ESL teacher. Now, since you joined Cyberbacker, what are some of the perks that you're enjoying?
the number one perk that I've been benefiting from being a cyberbacker is spending time with my family. So ever since I have become a cyberbacker, I was able to focus my time with my kids, especially like I joined cyberbacker before pandemic. So I can send him to school. I can drive him to school, pick him up from school, spend time tutoring. So there you go. It's mostly family time.
And now you're able to help your kid with homeschooling.
I know, right?
Okay. All right. Given that you're more than a year now at Cyberbacker, how can you describe the culture that we have here?
I'm just not going to go into details, but firsthand experience, I can really say that this is family to me, like with no qualms at all, no questions asked. They would definitely lend you a helping hand automatically without any words. And it's just so comforting knowing that aside from my family, I have Cyberbacker as my family too. Not just workmates, but really family. Culture wise, I mean, it's different because it's just online. You don't get to see each other personally, so you don't get to experience each other's personality. But so far, so good. I've met with my fellow Cebu cyberbackers before the pandemic, and we greatly vibe together. Very good vibe, very good culture, family oriented, and I think it's because Craig has started that kind of culture as well. So.
And we're keeping the same culture even though we're growing so fast, right?
Yes, right.
And actually, one
Agree.
of the great things that I admire Craig about is he knows the names of the cyberbackers. Even though we're
Right.
growing in numbers, he's good with recalling the names. Have you attended some of the events that we have when Craig visited the Philippines?
We had a Christmas party here in Cebu. Yeah, when he had that in all regions, right? So I think that's the only in-person event I've attended.
So how was it?
It was great connecting, especially with Miss Shi, with the people, with the leadership team, with Craig. Of course, it was the first time that we saw him. It was my first Christmas party event in Cyberbacker. So
Yay.
yeah, it was great connecting with them, and they're all so nice.
Wow. Now that you have mentioned about the leaders that we have, how can you describe the relationship that we have between cyberbackers and the leaders?
Just based on that experience, because I don't get to tap on them every single time. But based on that experience, during that event, they are so approachable. So there's really no barrier that I am from the leadership team. You're just a cyberbacker. There's nothing like that. So although yes, with respect still, right? Politely.
Yes.
But you can talk to them casually. They can they're so down to earth. So again, as what I've said, there's no barrier between the positions that they are holding. So I think that's one thing that's great with our leadership team as well.
I see. Well, thank you so much for sharing it. And this is actually the top one question that we receive most of the time. They're asking about the income that we're receiving, especially our friends. They're asking how much you're receiving with Cyberbacker. So I know that we're not allowed to tell the exact figures because you might treat us pizzas later. In your own terms, how can you describe the income that you're receiving with Cyberbacker?
Indescribable. Char. Just kidding. You can pave the way to financial freedom, if I may say. If you're good at handling your finances, well, then I think this should be the company for you guys.
Wow. And given that we're talking about income, salary, what are some of the goals that you have already achieved since you've joined Cyberbacker?
Earning money for my son's college funds, school funds. Yeah, so we're already there, me and my husband. And I think my number one goal during that time when I entered Cyberbacker is to really guide my son, be there personally for him, for the family, without having my work to take my time away from them. And I think I've achieved that goal.
Well, yes, indeed. And given that you were able to pursue your career with Cyberbacker at the same time, you're not missing any moment that you should spend with your kid. And that's
true.
One of the best experience and perks that we have with Cyberbacker, spending time with the family, of course. And since we've talked about goals, income, now, of course, there are challenges at times, right? So since you've started with Cyberbacker, what are the biggest challenges that you have encountered personally and professionally?
This is the first time that I've been into a work that revolves around real estate. So no ideas at all about terms, terminologies and all that, the concept. So I was really struggling. I was grasping for information. I was like panicking during my first few days with my client. I was like, oh my God, what I'm going to do? I don't understand this, blah, blah, blah. Everything that you've learned during training and during those video watching, you know, it flies away when you're already in the moment. So that's the biggest struggle that I had starting with the Cyberbacker and with this type of industry, because I'm a nurse professionally. So it's so far out. It's super different. So I think that's the biggest struggle. But eventually, as you came along, as you've tapped people who are willing to help you, head backers to everyone I know from Cebu, you eventually get the hang of it and you eventually get to understand the concept and how it works.
And what do you like most about your job?
That's a hard question. I like everything about my job. I can bring it anywhere. So before the pandemic, I was hoping to find a job that I can bring anywhere because it's one of our goals to be traveling every year or after how many months. So I was like, this is it. But then again, we're locked down and everything. So, but still
so
happy.
Let's give it a pause.
Yeah.
Maybe we're looking forward to more travels next year. Hopefully.
Right. Hopefully.
Okay. Now, I know with this pandemic, there's a lot of corporate industries who are now entering the online setup. So, of course, they want to be more competitive when it comes to like perks and all that. But what makes you stay with Cyberbacker?
Number one, the culture. As what I've said, this is family, not just any regular work corporate world that you enter in. So you can't leave your family behind, right? So there. Aside from the family, salary wise, we are all well compensated. Number three is that, well, my client, of course, I can't leave my client behind. So I think that's it. That's what made me stay with Cyberbacker, mostly because of the people around me, the people who surround me, the people who are involved with Cyberbacker, the people who started with Cyberbacker. So There.
Wow, thank you so much, Cyberbacker Mafet. We're so lucky to have you
Ah.
with Cyberbacker. And we talk about Craig as well earlier. What do you like most about our Cyber Ammo Craig Lift?
Everything. He's funny. He's very clear of what he wants to achieve with Cyberbacker. So you know that it's just not gonna go down the drain anytime, because you know that for Cyber Ammo himself, he's got that strong leadership and clarity of what he wants. So there.
I know, Craig, you're watching this video, so shout out to Craig. All right. So thank you so much for everything that you have shared. But before I let you go, Mafet, what is the one advice that you could share to our friends looking for the best online job that they can have, especially in this pandemic?
Tip: check out cyberbacker.ph. That's my number one tip. No, make sure that you're ready when you enter any online job, because again, if you still have that thinking that my work in the call center industry or in the office or blah 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 is better, or when you're not ready at all to be in an online environment kind of job, then this is not for you. So you have to be ready. You have to embrace it, because I've heard a lot of people saying that online job that pays so less than when you're in the call center industry, and I don't think so, girl. So there. So there. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much for your tip. And would you mind sharing your Facebook account or your social media account? So if we for those of our friends, especially in Cebu, who would like to try Cyberbacker, who would like to apply with Cyberbacker, they can also message you and ask you some questions.
Yeah, so you guys can message me at Mafit Bengyel -1. I know that's so difficult, right?
There
So
you go, guys. So check Mafet's profile now, and definitely you can send her a message anytime, right?
right.
Anytime, and she will definitely help you out with some of your concerns. And of course, you can definitely reach out to Cyberbacker Facebook page as well. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our Cyberbacker YouTube channel for more catch-up videos with Cyberbacker. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Mafet, for your time, and
Thank
happy
you.
weekend.
Happy weekend, everyone.
Keep safe, guys.